What's going on, my friends? Vitai Bean is here, and welcome back to another episode of today's in Crypto Show. Well, the market is shaking down right now. Bitcoin is breaking down a very critical support level. A lot of panic in the market as altcoins are bleeding, and it's important to record this video for you today to give you some perspective about this bull market of 2025, what you should be doing right now. Should you be selling your crypto or doing nothing or buying more right now? There's a lot of questions in the air, and I want to show you what are my thoughts about this situation right now and where are we going. So first of all, let's take a look at the current situation. We see once again a double-digit losses on the day for all of the altcoins. The altcoins are very weak right now because Bitcoin is breaking down some critical level of support. And let me show you what I'm talking about. So we have a level of about $91,500, which is a level that held as a support for many times. Since November 27, we have tested it as support, which is previous resistance. Once again on December 6, and then once again on December 20, and then once again on December 24, and once again on December 30th, and then once again on January 10, and now it actually broke to the downside. As you can see, the 4-hourly candle closed pretty bearishly over here, indicating then a move to the downside is highly likely. Now the question is how far down to the downside we can go. And another question is whether it's a fake out or not. So let's take a look. We see a pattern that is forming here, which is a head and shoulders. This is the left shoulders, this is the head, this is the right shoulder. And according to this, a move to the downside will take Bitcoin to around $77,000, which corresponds to the CME futures gap created on Bitcoin way back months and months ago. But is it necessarily going to happen? Is it necessarily going to be in the cards? Well, let's take a look at the daily. First of all, we have another 9 hours and 50 minutes to go. So how we're going to close this day is very, very important, right? According to Reg Capital, Bitcoin dropped into the range low, $91,000. And this confirmation, and actually right now is in the middle of the day, right? So until basically the Bitcoin daily is going to close like this, we cannot say anything conclusive. So if Bitcoin is going to close the day, let's say above $91,500, then it's a fake out and we can continue our move to the upside. However, if it's going to close below 91,500 today, then it's bad news in the short term for Bitcoin, as we can see Bitcoin go to the next level of 88,000, 85,000, and even maybe lower to $80,000. Now a move like that will be of course very painful for the altcoins, even more painful than for the Bitcoin. So it's something I do not want to see, because I do hold altcoins and I do have long positions right now in the market. But this is the reality that I and everyone else is facing right now. There's a lot of liquidations of the long happening right now. And the bulls did not succeed to take Bitcoin. You can see a massive rejection of the $95,600. Okay, so I want to give you some bullish perspective here, and it's not all gloom and doom. Okay, it's okay. We are breaking down right now this critical support level in the short term, but I want to give you some perspective. First of all, the correction fractal of 2023-2024 looks exactly like it is right now. And you can see there is a death cross followed by a golden cross, and Bitcoin went to the upside. And once again, right here, we're seeing a golden cross is forming right here, Kumo cloud support. So that's according to Washigoria a very, very good sign. Now, you can see that Bitcoin is tracking the 2017 cycle. The red line is Bitcoin now, yellow line is Bitcoin in 2017. So you can see how much Bitcoin went to the upside, and you can see how this trajectory is actually following to the T what is going on right now. Okay, you also can see this picture in the beginning of January, right before the Donald Trump inauguration of 2017. We've seen a massive crash for Bitcoin from $1,100 to $760, and then reclaimed it later on after a couple of weeks, reclaim it back and continue moving higher by the March 3rd. Look at what happened on the last cycle. In January, it went from $41,000 to $29,000. Pretty drastic move to the downside. And then in the March, we've seen new highs of Bitcoin of $60,000. So that was in 2021. Okay, so we do expect by March 2025 a higher high, higher than $108,000, because we are in the bull market. But doesn't mean that in the short term we're not going to see some pain. So you can see over here we are breaking down below $90,500 at the moment. That is the price. And even if it's going to go to $80,000, let's measure this move and see how much of this correction we are talking about. So right now we are about 15% correction. A move to $80,000 will mean 25% correction on the price of Bitcoin. It will be pretty brutal in the bull market, but it is something that we have seen before. So it's nothing new for those who are in the crypto like me for more than 7 years. It's nothing that we have not seen before. Okay. So we've seen more than $500 million liquidated from the crypto market in the past 24 hours. And Alex Becker is talking about, thinking that there will be clear bullish good vibes all the way to the market top, that you will chill out, just buy crypto, and it's just going to go up and up, and it just doesn't how it works, right? It's just not how it's going to work. So basically, there is volatility, right? And there is a brutal volatility in the crypto market, but you need to survive those dumps, and then the pumps are going to take care of themselves in the bull market. Okay, and it's pumping much more than it's dumping in the bull market. So right now we are still in the corrective phase. Of course, we can see that Bitcoin has closed pretty bearishly on the week, and this is how we are starting this week right now. So doesn't look very good, doesn't look very good at all. If you look at a total 3, you can see the similar situation right now unfolding. You can see others falling even more. In the crypto, you can see the dominance is hovering still 58%, so it's pretty, it's not the time of the altcoins to shine just yet, right? We don't see this massive break down to the Bitcoin liquidity to the downside, and signifying the altcoin season, right? But by the time that this is going to happen, a lot of people will be too late, and they didn't secure their bags when they could have secured their bags. Look at Ethereum right now, $3,047, falling like a rock from just not so long ago. The price of Ethereum was trading around $3,700. So it's a move to the downside of about 18%. And if you look at the entire move from $4,000 to today, it's a correction of Ethereum about 25% right now. So in the altcoins, it's much more brutal, much more painful. than it is in the Bitcoin. So what you need to pay attention to right now, okay? You need to pay attention to how Bitcoin is gonna close this day. If we're gonna see hope in the future of Bitcoin and crypto in an immediate short term, we need to close this day of Bitcoin above $91,500. It's absolutely necessary. Otherwise, we can go down much harder, much more. So it's a last straw of hope for the short term that we are having right now, and there is a high likelihood that Bitcoin will fall more in the next coming days. Now, I'm not talking about months. I'm talking about the next coming days, right? In the short term, because this market is very volatile and it can be changing very quickly. I'm still very bullish on Bitcoin this year, right? If we look at the 12 months, we just have a little bit of blip, a little bit of correction. So it's very bullish still on the yearly. Right now, the year is looking red, but I do believe we're gonna have a green year in 2025. An amazing year. We have Donald Trump inauguration happening on the January the 20th. It's gonna, of course, contribute, I believe, to the prices of Bitcoin and crypto going up, but we still have 7 days for that. So it's quite a shakeout right now. XRP is leading the way. XRP is actually holding quite strong. And you can see the picture is different on XRP. Is actually went up last week. So there's a lot of bullish sentiment for XRP right now, and it's holding very strong. That's why analysts say that we can see XRP going to new highs, maybe $4 in the coming weeks ahead of us. But the rest of the coins are quite bearish. Michael, the seller, posting Bitcoin tracker for the 10th consecutive weeks, indicating that he is buying and purchasing more Bitcoin, even though recently the purchases of MicroStrategy started to be like 1/10 of what they used to be, lower purchases, and that signifies to the market that it's not as aggressive buying as it used to be, which contributes to the sell-off. So the stock market is in a bit of a correction as well. If you take a look at the S&P 500, let's see at the stocks. S&P index 500. So the stock market is cooked, is going down right now, it's correcting right now, so that is of course not helping with crypto, and this market is overreacting to the job data situation, and the interest rate that's not going to be cut down as much as the market hoped for. So all of that is not contributing to crypto going up. And also the DXY, the dollar index, is I have not seen such a high level since a very long time. Right now at 109, and you can see approaching the levels not seen since 2022. Okay, but what Donald Trump can come and do, like it was happening right here in January 2017, weakening the dollar, making the exports easier, and essentially driving this DXY down, which of course will have a positive effect on the price of crypto and the price of Bitcoin. So just like you can see here, it's in the monthly level, yeah. So you can see the January, it went up, but then it crashed down, and February, kind of March, and then April just continued going down the DXY. Okay, so this is something I'm looking at as well. But right now, you need to be very vigilant, very careful. Bitcoin needs a sharp bounce at 88,000 if we're gonna see these levels, of course. Um, let's see, Bitcoin exchange reserves near 70 years low as hedge funds buy the dip. So it's a good sign that we are seeing less and less Bitcoin on the exchanges. This is a bullish sign um, for crypto. Okay. So $10 trillion market according to Murad is coming. Just meme coin super cycle also is right there. $10 trillion. I can see it happening. $10 trillion as well. And you can see that global wealth 450 trillion, 18 trillion is in gold, and 0.35% Bitcoin. That's a 10x gap. Okay, so there's quite a lot of room still to grow. And according to Virtual Bacon, here's the 2025 predictions for the crypto market. He's predicting a slower bull cycle that could extend into Q4 of 2025. I'm also thinking that Q4 2025 is how much we're gonna go. We have a whole year in front of us. Massive liquidity injection will fuel crypto. A lot of quantitative easing, a lot of injection of cash into the economy, which is good for crypto. The United States Bitcoin Reserve Act will not pass. Maybe not this year, but maybe in the following years it will pass. Let's see. Pro-crypto legislation will favor altcoins. We're talking about potential ETFs, maybe Solana ETFs, maybe Ripple ETFs, maybe even Litecoin or HBAR gonna have ETFs. Ethereum will outperform Bitcoin, and these are the price target that he is pointing out. Bitcoin to $200,000, Ethereum to $14,000, which is much higher than what it is right now, more than 4 times. And 2025 crypto bull run will be historic, extended cycle, massive liquidity injection, and Ethereum outpacing Bitcoin with 4x growth potential. Okay, so that's what I want to share with you today. There is a lot of opportunities today on the altcoins to buy spot, or if you want to use some leverage, you can use some leverage on Binance or Bybit, the leading exchanges for the leverage. But you need to be very careful with leverage. Things can spiral out of control very quickly. So right now, time will tell. We need to see how the day is going to end for Bitcoin. What is the daily close? It's going to be very indicative and very important how we're going to close the day. The day has not closed yet, but you need to be vigilant. And if it's going to close below 91,500, or it is right now, it's going to be very bearish in the short term, at least for the next 7 to 10 days. And we'll see how this month of January is going to close. So with that being said, I hope you have a fantastic day, and you're not feeling too much pain on the market right now, and this will pass. Take a deep breath. Everything is gonna be just all right. Cheers to the amazing 2025, and I'll see you in the next videos.